Good evening again. So on behalf of the entire Duran Cup organizing committee, firstly our heartiest congratulations to Mumbai City FC. I must say one of the favorites of the tournament. I would request any further questions for the coach. Firstly for the coach.
Hello, I am Shubhankar. First of all, congratulations to all of you. My question is that to coach, that is, in the first half, we see that we play was not up to the mark of the Mumbai City FC. But in the second half, we see that we scored an excellent goal in 90 plus 1 minute. So what is the payoff half time?
Thank you, firstly. Secondly, I think you have to give full credit to Mohammedan Sporting. They made it very difficult for us in the first half, especially. I thought the first 20 or 30 minutes, they really came at us. They worked great. I said before the game they were an excellent team, and they've got some very good players, and they showcased that all through the game, but especially the first 30, 40 minutes. So we had to weather that a little bit. Once we came through that, we changed a couple of things in midfield and encouraged not just wide play, but trying to switch play a little bit quicker than we were in the first half to try and create further chances.
Thank you. As you have played the last match against Chennai FC and you scored a lot of goals, 5 goals, but why? What is the reason that actually today you actually put yourself into a shell in the first half? Then you came out slowly. It was a strategy or something like that? You could not match the speed of the non-sporting in the first half. What is the reason?
I think there's probably 4 or 5 different reasons that we're trying to juggle in the time that we've been here. The first is we only played 3 days ago, so we knew that Mohammedan had had an extra 2 days of rest. So we haven't trained. The players have been in recovery for the last 2 days to try and make sure they can prepare themselves for this one. The second is rotation of players. We've welcomed Matada fall back to the group, but only a week ago. So he's had some training, but we want to manage him back into the group to make sure he doesn't get injured, because it's important that he plays in this tournament, but also for the ISL. And we've got a few players missing, as you'd have seen tonight. Diaz, Vikram, Raul Beke, who would normally be starters for us. They've all picked up slight injuries during this tournament. We've got Apoya, who we've sent to Belgium, and is doing very well over there. So we're missing him as another starter for us. And then, of course, Roland Borges, who played. He got some bonus football the other night with the extra time. But it's nice to have him back. But again, it's a case of managing his game time to come back. So considering playing 120 minutes the other night, only having 2 or 3 days worth of rest, rotation of players and injuries, we're trying to manage the full squad to try and get everybody ready. And that was the reason for some of that tonight. But going back to your first point, yes, we've scored lots of goals, but I think we've been criticised for also conceding quite a few goals. So it was actually pleasing tonight to see us keep a clean sheet as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello coach, hello VP, congratulations on the win. My question is that you have played against 3 teams of Bengal, Bengal, Mohun, East Bengal and Mohammedan. Which match was the toughest and what were the circumstances of those 3 matches?
It's a great question, and it's not one that I'm going to answer for obvious reasons. All I'll say is, this is my first experience of Calcutta, and that was the excitement about coming to India. How well we've been received here as a team from outside of Mumbai has been very good. We've been so well looked after, so well received in the stadium and the training pitches and generally out around. And all 3 teams have got their own strengths. You've seen the qualities of ATK Mohun Bagan and how well they did in certainly the AFC Cup. East Bengal with a new coach, they give us a great game and actually beat us. And then tonight we knew we were in for a tough game. When we watched their group games, you can see that they're very clear on what they do and how they do it. And I said before the game how well this team's been recruited, and I've no doubt they have the qualities of an ISL team without a shadow of a doubt as a club, but certainly the players they have within that. So they've all got their different qualities. I'm not going to give you an answer to your question, but what I will say is this side of the country certainly has 3 very good teams.
Between scored a lot of goals with Hungary also. That I know that the last minute goal he scored against ATK Mumbai at that time also. That makes the difference of that ISL championship. So how do you keep this goal also? And how important is this goal for you also in your life of that scoring in the very last minute?
सिर्फ ये गोल नहीं, हर गोल इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, हर मैच में गोल तो इम्पोर्टेंट होता है। और ये और ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि 90+ मिनट हो गया, तो कोई भी गोल मारेगा तो जो जीतने के लिए चांसेस रहते हैं ज़्यादा। तो लास्ट मोमेंट में हम चांस मिल गया तो बहुत लकीली गोल हो गया, गोल डाल दिया, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट गोल था।
Coach, I am asking the same question what he asked that whether he had he played against. No, I am speaking to Vipin, but for his only that I am just asking him in Hindi also. But the question I am speaking to English to you also that I am asking that as he will play like you that in front of crowd because of this time home and away will be in ISL. So that's कितना मायने रखता है कि तुम लोग जब स्पेक्टेटर के सामने खेलोगे तो आफ्टर 2 years जब कोई स्पेक्टेटर नहीं था, नो स्पेक्टेटर was there, now the spectator will play home and away. ये एक्सपीरियंस कितने कैसे रहेगा? How would be the experience to you?
हम कोविड से पहले भी खेला था और कोविड आने के बाद अभी शरीर में कोई नहीं था, तो अभी फैंस आने लगा तो जैसे मोटिवेट करता है, तो फैंस को देखें और एक्स्ट्रा एनर्जी मिलता है कि गोल के सामने ऐसे खेलने मिल रहे हैं और हमको कुछ अच्छा करके दिखाना है और फैंस को जितना हो सके और कुछ सच हो सके।
Any further questions?
Question for the coach, how has been your experience in this tournament till now? How do you judge it?
I've really enjoyed it. Like I said before, in terms of how we've been looked after and hosted, it's been very good. I think the competition itself, this year, I think we've seen more ISL teams bring their first teams. You know, this was our first time of coming to this tournament. It's the oldest competition in India and Asia, and it's one we wanted to respect, and that's why we brought the teams we have and the teams we fielded in each of the games, regardless of who we played. We've tried to play our strongest team as we can. So I'm extremely pleased for the club to enter its first Durand Cup final. I think it's a huge achievement to everyone involved and for our fans, and we look forward now to Sunday's game. And I think it also plays a role in making sure we can be as prepared as we can for the ISL. But we've got 3 days rest now instead of 2, so we very much look forward to the final. We'll come tomorrow, have a look at who will be playing, but very much enjoyed my time here, and regardless of the outcome of Sunday, we'll leave here with some very good memories up until this point.
Coach, any final thoughts on the organizing of this team?
Other than it's been run the same way, to the same standard, high standard that we have at the ISL. So anytime we've played away or home, or anytime we went to the Champions League for that matter, every time we've gone somewhere, it's been extremely well organised. We've had no issues with trainings, with buses, with anything. You've got people on hand that have looked after us, and it's been very seamless, and it's actually been very enjoyable because of that. So thank you to the people in the Durand Cup, and thank you for the Navy for hosting us. And we hope to try and finish as well as we can on Sunday in the final. Thank you.
I thank you all for being part of this post-match press conference, and also I thank the coach and Vipin and the media manager of the Mumbai City FC, and wish them the very best for the finals.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks.